audience of 3, like Kelsey. All right. Hi, my name is Caden Keller. Today, I'll be discussing why I believe that schools should implement a daily physical education from elementary school all the way to high school and the benefits of it. So, personally, I've done studies from the National Academics of Science, Engineering, and Medicine that state that 3.6% of elementary schools, 3.7% of middle schools, and 4% of high schools have a daily physical education course all across America. And my question today is why? Why is that? What is holding us back from having a daily physical education course today in America more consistently across from state to state? The study from the 2014 School Health Policies and Practices did a research that said 60 minutes a day is the required amount of physical activity from youth all the way to young adults. And the study also stated that only half of Americans are meeting that today. And once again, I ask, why is that? Why, as Americans, have we failed to meet that requirement, and why are we being complacent in that? So, today, I'm going to discuss the benefits of having a daily physical education course and why I believe we should change that. So, first and foremost is health. It's the one that stands off the page the most. It's the one that makes the most sense, is that your physical health overall is better, hence the need for physical activity. So, whenever you are physically active on a day-to-day basis, whenever you are being informed on what it looks like to have stronger physical education, you are more confident about yourself and you have greater self-image. And so with that, you are more likely to eat healthier foods, not indulge in sweets or comfort foods, and you make better decisions about having a physically active lifestyle. So, Shape of America did a study that said 58% of people who were a part of a day-to-day physical education course believed that with that education course, they were more informed and had greater importance into their out-of-school life on physical activity. So, having that physical activity on that day-to-day life meant more than just, I worked out today. It meant more confidence, meant less stress, less anxiety, and overall just improve their quality of life. And the big argument that I believe schools have against this is that it's taking away time in the classroom. It's taking away time that they could be using learning. And as much as that argument makes sense at first, whenever you dive deep into the study, you learn that physical education actually improves your likelihood to have attentiveness in the classroom, improves your memory, it improves your motivation and passion to be studious in the classroom. The active living research did a study that said that actually increases your standardized test scores. And the reason behind that is whenever you are physically active, whenever you are working hard to achieve, greater physical image, you feel more confident about what you're studying whenever you go into class, and also your brain is recharged and it's stimulated in a different way. That way, whenever you do go into a classroom setting and you have had your physical activity, your brain can be focused on it completely differently, rather than being so stressed and overwhelmed by what was previously stressing you out, because the physical activity really takes away the anxiety that comes from classroom setting. And then, kind of along with what has gone on both of these, it decreases your level of stress, as I've been saying. So, the National Academics of Science, Engineering, and Medicine also did a study that said it just builds positive self-esteem overall. Whenever you are working out, whenever you are being educated on a day-to-day basis on what it looks like to have a more physically active and well lifestyle, you're more motivated and you're more passionate about the idea of keeping yourself at that physical peak. You're more willing to continually improve yourself, whether that be on a physical level or an emotional level. I think even though for young kids in elementary school, they probably don't have to worry about stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety has just overwhelmed middle school through high school at an alarming rate that it hasn't in any decades in the past. And it's something that plagues our society as youth, and that is something that isn't talked about enough. And it just kind of gets pushed in the back burner and almost seems normal at this point, which is just so sad to see. And it's such a just sad topic to understand and comprehend. But ultimately, physical activity is stimulating your brain in completely different ways from what an educational lifestyle does. Educational lifestyle can be overwhelming. It can be tough. It's not easy for everybody. Some people have to work harder at it. Some people have to spend more hours outside of school doing it. So having that physical activity prepares you for not only what's going on inside the classroom, but what's happening outside of the classroom. And it gives you better energy and better motivation to further improve your lifestyle within the classroom and outside of the classroom. So overall, with these points, I believe that having that daily physical education course, as much as it will be taking time out of your classroom setting, I think it's more important to the quality of life of that person, whether that be, of course, physically you look better, but also better scores, better attentiveness in the classroom, and overall just better mental health, which is, as much as it shouldn't be an issue for this many people, it is an alarming issue. So that's why I believe that we should implement a daily physical education course from elementary school all the way through high school. Thank you.